All right, hi everyone. It's my show with my aspiring friends again, and today I'm so happy to have my new friend. I haven't known her for a long time, but then it feels like we known each other for a long time. Just like right after we met on a special Facebook group, and then we start talking, and then we click right away. And this is the baby. Baby, say
Hi,
hi.
baby.
Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Mimi. Hi, Mimi. Ooh, okay, look at that. All right. So this is how I know her, right? So what really draws me to wanting to know you, to be honest, is the fact that you moved around. All right. I mean, you're Vietnamese based on your name, right? Based on what I
Yeah.
know your name,
Yeah.
and then you move from Russia, moving to United States. All right. So and then of course we are like creating content and then we want to support each other. But first thing first, I do want to let everyone know who's watching this to know that I'm really happy that Mimi is giving me a break, that she doesn't make me eat hot noodles before we start talking. So anyway, so my first question, I guess. So Mimi, why did you come here to this country?
Well, I always had a dream to come to United States and get my master degree. So it was always a dream of mine. But back in I think 2011, when I visited United States just for my summer program, and we found our far relatives like family that I didn't know existed in United States, and
Oh,
then we
okay.
just click, and then they really wanted us to move here. So my journey started there with just a dream that I want to be here, and then a luck that we just found relatives that were in America already, and
Right,
the
right,
journey
right.
just started from there. So yeah, I came here and I applied for my master degree, and then I found my job that sponsored me eventually to stay here. And
Mm-hmm.
after being at the job for like 6 years, I got married, and I decided to no longer be in the corporate world and just follow my dream and be an entrepreneur.
Oh,
So
great,
that's
great.
what
Yeah.
my husband and I do right now. And the reason that we get married because we wanted to be full-time parents. Well, eventually, we wanted to be full-time married first, and that's why we working on building the life that we have right now, where we get to work from
Mm-hmm.
home, spend time together, live by the beach, spend time with our friends, and live the life on our term.
You probably gonna send me some pictures of you two walking on the beach in like El Segundo or something, right? Or
Yeah,
San
we
Diego, right?
definitely gonna do that.
No, that's great. I mean, I used to like. I mean, for people who didn't know, I used to live in LA for a couple of years, and I almost every other weekend I would go down to San Diego just because of how beautiful it is. It's
Yeah.
just like you're living in paradise, which is like kind of like not fair. It's it's kind of cold in Boston right now. Just so you know. But anyway,
Well,
so the baby
that's
doesn't know.
yeah. Well, baby is welcome to visit. We live really close to SeaWorld, so it's like
Oh wow.
literally
Okay.
like 5 minutes away from where we live.
Okay. So when you say you talk about the dream of like wanting to come to this country, was it you like just learning about it when you were in Russia?
Well, so I was born pretty much in Russia, but
Oh,
my
okay.
my parents are Vietnamese and they moved there, and then I was born. So that's where I grew up my whole life,
I
and that's the
see. I
only
see. I
thing
see.
that I knew. I visited Vietnam a few times, but
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's not really where I grew up, and that's not where my mindset kind of
Right. Right.
built,
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, and ultimately my goal to come to America was always just to get my like master degree and expand
Mm.
my knowledge, because you always read all these inspiring stories of people, and I wanted to be among those people, not necessarily that I wanted to live here. I just wanted to get the education.
Yeah. One thing led to another. Of course, like
Yeah.
the fact that you found yourself living in the paradise, and then you're like, oh, this is not so bad. I want to stay here and live here. Other
Right.
than
It's really cold in Russia comparing to here, so.
I can understand. I grew up in Canada, so
Oh
that's not
yeah.
even
Yes.
cold enough. That's not even cold enough, right, compared to where you're from. Other than staying home with each other, you and Abhinav. And he's a nice guy, by the way. I love him. The fact that you can make fun of him and he has to keep eating yogurt, that was like, that stuck in my mind for like a long time. What what is the studio that you guys are working on?
Yeah, so besides of, doing our normal job that we do, but we get to do it from home, we also always wanted to build a studio where people can come and create their own content. Like, for example, you want to start a YouTube channel, but you don't want to spend a bunch of time or money just to, figure out how to do it. So then you can have a taste of it to come to our studio. You can have a taste of recording a podcast and not having to actually
Build the
know
whole
how to do
thing.
sound
Right.
engineering, how to do soundproof in your room. And we actually started is that because my husband wanted to record his own podcast. So he already recorded the season 1, and season 2 is about to launch too. So he wanted to do it for himself. And once he had done it, then he realized how much work it is to actually build the studio, but not just the functional studio, but the high quality, high definition, turnkey studio where you can just press a button and then you can record, where you don't have to worry about like technicality, or you don't have to worry about too much editing, post-editing after. So he did, and that's just the spirit that my husband always carries. He does everything with excellence, so he doesn't do things like halfway.
Great.
So he spent a lot of time doing that before he could actually record his own podcast. And then he realized that while so many people probably are wanting to do that, but like they will have to go through the same thing. So instead of going through hell to do all of that, unless you want to learn and you want to be on the journey, that's fine. But if you just focus on creating the content, creating the podcast, and focus on what you're good at, then that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be doing something that you're not good at. So that's why you can just come to our studio. With the press of a button, you can record whatever you need, and we even have a green screen background. We can do any sets that you need.
Do that, do that stuff and
Yeah, so
Great.
it's a lot of that, and we also have a team that we work with who can edit your video. We also have people who can help you with marketing strategy, how you can launch your certain podcast, how you can do that. And so that's the idea. Right now we're doing a lot like online and just consulting because we don't really want people kind of come
people
in.
to visit.
But eventually, because that's what we enjoy too. We like to see people come in and do what they're good at and not stressing out,
That's really good, actually. It's just like for people who have ideas to create content, but actually don't have the technical skills to, edit videos.
Right.
For example, basically you're doing all the infrastructure work and let them be the creative mind per se. But of course, you and Abhinav you guys are actually creating content for yourself.
Yeah, we believe that, whatever that we teach people, we should be the first people that trying it out. I would never tell people to do something that I wouldn't done myself. And that's why we went on the journey of like creating our own YouTube channel where we eat like hot noodles and spend $200 just, so that we can win the challenge. But it's our main goal after all of this of what we do is to spread positivity and love. Like that's just our main goal. We're just passionate about people. We're passionate about making people happy. And that's like ultimate goal. Like whatever we can do to help you to be more positive, happy, and, spread love. That's like ultimate goal of all of this. So
great. No, that's what probably would have been my other next question, right? On the accomplishment, like what do you want to accomplish? But you basically said it. It's like and it makes a lot of sense, right? Because nowadays less people watch cable TV other than like just specific shows, but a lot of people attention spans is so.
See, he agrees too.
Attention spans is so short. It's like that, the 15 minute clips are basically all the people.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Can watch. And then so that's why you're recording all the infrastructure so that you can eliminate all that, which is great. Yeah. Okay. Go to mama. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Bye,
all right,
baby.
Bye, baby. Bye, baby. You and I would know, you came from a corporate background. Now that, you're freer. Of course, we are entrepreneurs now. We work for ourselves. So then we have to be time conscious or responsible to ourselves, not to our boss. But then for your husband, basically, he still needs to work on a job and still needs to eat the hot noodles and still had to lose money to you. So I mean, basically, I think you have it pretty good, right? I would say.
Yeah.
All right.
It was my dream come true. So
well, okay. So the last question, I guess, what is the real dream? This has to be like just the dream of that night, but then the real dream. I mean, you're young. You're really young. Yeah. I mean, of course, we Asian, we look young anyway, but you are actually very young. I know. So like, what are some of your dreams?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know you keep saying that I'm young, but I guess when I was younger, which is like, like 5-6 years ago, I used to dream, like my dreams were used to be like mansion, houses, and like we wanted to have our private jet, and it's not that we don't want that anymore. Now we feel more confident that we are on the path of getting it, but our, I guess, dream has become a little bigger in terms of we wanted to live our life the best possible way to inspire others with no regrets, and whatever that dream that we want to, we just go after it, and we don't want to be at the end of the day just like say that, oh, I feel regret that I didn't do that. And that's ultimately what it is. We just want to spread positivity, love, and peace, and inspire others to live the best life. And that's why we put ourselves in the uncomfortable position, doing things that are uncomfortable. We're stepping out from our comfort zone, hoping that will inspire others,
Great. No, yeah. I mean, that's great. I mean, going from material. I mean, of course, material desire was
but I don't think it went away. I don't think it went away. It's still there, but we just feel more confident that, okay, it will come because we have achieved certain things before. Now we just feel more confident that, okay, well, you just have to work hard, and one day you will get it. That it doesn't become something like a shiny object anymore. It become like, okay, next checklist.
Right.
Makes sense.
No, right. No, it makes sense. Oh, totally makes sense. Yeah. It just become basically a toll gate. You get there, and then it's just the next one, the next one.
But it doesn't become something that drive the life, like that keeps you alive every day, But we do, both of us, for sure, really believing in just spread positivity and love and just inspire others. That's like we don't want to die and then or like be close to dying and think like, oh, I regret that I didn't help that one person. That's no, like big dream.
Oh no, it is. It is not just big in terms of the size, but I think big in terms of the desire.
Yeah.
To help others, to inspire, to be an inspiring figure instead of just, oh, I just home, do nothing and watch TV, right? I mean, you and I talked about it previously about how people are like complaining about stuck at home, whereas you and I are like busy, which is good, right? I mean, because we want to take the step to be the inspiring figure.
Yeah.
Okay. No, this is great, and I am so happy that through these questions, like short questions, that I get to know you a little better, and I hope your fans will know you a little better through like watching this, and when we reach the next milestone, have our own studio in a as big as Google and all that stuff, then maybe we should talk again, right? To check up on each other and know what's your next step and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the same way I think about you too. It's you an inspired entrepreneur, and you doing the little step every day to get to where you want to be. And that's why I'm excited that I get to talk to you now, where you're still in the progress, so that one day I can come back and like, hey, remember me?
Oh, no, I will remember you now. Right? I mean, when the baby, the reason why I'm only taking little steps now, because the baby only walk little steps. Okay?
But I'm honored to be at the part of the journey, like, because if I do talk to you now where you like at there high up, like our conversation level is still probably gonna be different because I'm on the journey and you are like already there. But now we can connect and talk and share our experience,
Right. So, it's great that we can, check up on each other's
Exactly.
Really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your talk. And then, we'll check up on you, in the future. And then I'm sure all my watcher will really already got very inspired by your story. Okay.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for
Talk to
having
you
me.
next time.